Clean grazing is one part in the jigsaw of our puzzle that's really been coming together particularly over the last 3 or 4 years, and allied to the rotational grazing, it's helped us push output up by 30% in 3 years, and stocking rates up by about 20% over the same period. We run from about 600 to 900 feet, and there's 250 hectares, 625 acres. So we've got easy care sheep, mostly bred pure, but we do use some New Zealand Texels on some, and we have 84 Welsh black cows put to Angus bulls. The clean grazing system we've operated one way or another since 2004. For us it's absolutely crucial, it's a key part of things, and not so much because of the reduced input, although that's an obvious benefit. It's all to do with the livestock performance. Growth rates will be 30 to 40% higher on a clean grazing system than on a drenching system on dirty pastures. So by having the clean grazing system, all our lambs are off the place by the 1st of November after a end of April, early May lambing. Some years we sell a few stores, but most years we get them all away fat. That's about 150 days to slaughter average for the whole flock, a lifetime growth rate around about 200 grams a day. The year that the cattle are on the pasture, the worms that are specific to sheep cannot persist because it's been cattle for an entire year. The exception is Nematodirus, but other than that, sheep-specific worms can't persist where cattle are grazing, particularly if it's for an entire year. But even for shorter spells, it can help to clean up pastures. So anywhere where you've got some cattle in the system, or you make some silage, or you have some cropping, you've got an opportunity to do a degree of clean grazing. For us, it involves a changeover about May time of year. So ewes will actually lamb on pastures that carried sheep the previous summer and autumn, but once they've lambed, they will then move to pastures that had cattle for the previous 12 months. And that way they move to clean pasture, and we get a really good run through to weaning. And then at weaning, the weaned lambs move to silage aftermaths, either on this farm or some rented grazing that we take, and they in turn remain on clean grazing. Because the only thing we drench is our lambs at weaning, because they're going to clean pasture. That's it. There's nothing else gets drenched at all. We tend to fecal egg count middle of June, and then from thereafter we'll monitor that about every 3 weeks, just to make sure that we're not having any breakdowns, nothing's going wrong in the system there to take us through to weaning. I don't think we'd ever return to a drenching system, because we've seen such benefits, and it's just so nice to lamb your sheep, and you haven't got to pester those lambs. They get drenched at weaning, but that's it. There's no other treatments going on, and actually because we've got wool shedders, there's no gather for shearing either. So the period between May and end of July, August is not work heavy in the sheep yards.